guys, it's Derek here from PB Gear Auctions. I'm just going to do a quick little run through on the Bob Long Insight. Do a quick efficiency test, break down the gun real quick, just some basic maintenance, upkeep, stuff like that. Isn't going to be anything groundbreaking or earth-shattering in here, just basic upkeep and just my thoughts about the gun pretty much. So in true Bob Long form, nothing too impressive as far as packaging. I mean, it's a nice cutout foam. Got the gun, I think it's I'm not sure if it's 12 or 13 inch one-piece barrel, and comes with some O-rings, and then it's a manual. Consists of pretty much a couple sheets of paper. Pretty much all it is for the Frenzy 5 board, basic operation of it, and all that. So nothing too, not too much there. I will say, as far as like maintenance, and since it doesn't include a manual, it does have Bob Long. I think his YouTube channel is Robert Long. He does have quite a bit of tech stuff on there and how to break the guns down, if you have any leaks, where to look for leaks, stuff like that. So if you have any problems at all, you can just go on his YouTube channel, and he has quite a bit of how-tos and stuff like that. So anyways, the Insight, I gotta say I absolutely love this gun. I've just personally never been a huge spoolie fan, and this gun I really like. Amazing efficiency, super quiet shot, feels great in the hands. It's easy to switch, it's super light. The board back here, just hold the button to turn on. Super easy operation. Shows what mode you're in, battery life, if you're capped, eyes on. It's not that bad. If you want to get in the menu, just hold the trigger as you're turning it on, and it goes to the menu, and you can click the trigger to go through. And then if you want to select something, just hit the power button, and then you can pull the trigger to the values go up, so you can select whatever it is you're wanting, and then change that value, and hit the power button again, and it goes back to the menu. You can keep on clicking through. Then to exit it, just hold the power button, and it has a countdown, 3, 2, 1, turns off. You're good to go. So, but yeah, that's it. Now that I have it out, I'm going to do a quick efficiency test, and we'll be back to take it apart here in a few.
Go.
Alright guys, it's Derek here. We're going to do the efficiency test. I have a 6845 with about 4100 PSI in it right now. It has all the shims removed from the reg, so it's around somewhere in the 500 to 550 PSI output. And we are using the Draxxis basic training paint, so it should be around a 687 bore roughly or so. So yeah, we're going to get started. Also, this is a Spire 260. A lot of you want to know what it looked like on a gun, and you can see it's not that much big or anything. So, alright, we're going to get started here. Thanks. .282, .289, .286, .301, .295. So right there, right close to 300. So we're going ahead and going to get started. Go ahead.
93, so still in the same area. All right, keep on. Still about 278 to 285. We'll keep on going. Just got down to about 240 right there. Yep, 240, 235, so that's where we'll stop it right there. This here has about half a pod in it. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So about 12 and a half pods out of it is what we got. And also keep in mind this gun is brand new. It has maybe a case through it before this test started, so once it gets broken in, its efficiency will get a little bit better too. Also, if you use the SLP, you may get a little bit better efficiency also. So, yeah, that's it. It's a great shooting gun. Love it. You can hear it has a pretty quiet shot, actually. I think a little quieter than like a G03. And, yeah, that's about it. So if you have any questions, just, comment below, and thank you and subscribe.
Alright, and back here, going to take the barrel off here. The barrel, I mean, for being what it is, a one piece, it shoots pretty good. It's, I think it's a 685 bore, I believe. Yeah, 685 is what it comes with. Text. Nothing, too fancy there. It does its job. But yeah, so if you always want to upgrade, it's always an option. The trigger, I will say, it just, it doesn't have any pre-stop. It just has your spring and your activation for the back. There's nothing really too fancy on the trigger. All of the Mark and the G6R triggers will fit into this gun, so if you have a trigger you really like, one of your older Bob Longs, or you're looking to get a different trigger, any of the G6R or Mark triggers will be a drop-in replacement for this gun. So that's a cool bit of information. I thought that was pretty neat. The feed neck, solid feed neck, no problems with it whatsoever. Locks down, no problems. To remove the engine, just press down on the silver button on the top and pull straight back, and it slides right out like this. It's really simple to take apart. So you have it out, just hold this and twist the ram housing off here in the back. Alright, and back here you have the ram housing here, then you have your ram back here, and then you have your stopper here. As far as, you know, what you need to lube, of course, all the O-rings on here, you know, you want lots of lube on there. I think for Bob Long, it's usually recommended, you know, Dow 55 type lube. And then also you'll want to make sure these back O-rings on the ram, these back here, you'll see there's two, that they are well lubed also. And then for the stopper here, you'll want to make sure on the ram here you have plenty of lube on it, and then just slide it back, lube the front there, and then just slide that back and forth. You want to make sure that's very well lubed there. And there's also, you know, O-rings here and here. You'll want to put some lube on to make sure they stay nice and sealed. And then also on the front here, you'll want to make sure you use a lot of lube here on the front too, by the bolt, because the in here Bob Long calls it a U-cup, and what it is, how it's different from an O-ring is there's only drag on it when the bolt is coming forward out of the gun. There's no backwards drag at all. That's what makes it different from a regular O-ring. And according to Bob Long, they get about 250 more shots just from using a U-cup compared to a standard O-ring, because of the reduced drag that it actually has when the bolt is moving backwards. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like a little tech info like that, and I thought that was pretty neat design there. So I'm just going to put this on vibrate. Alright, so yeah, as far as that goes, you know, lots of lube up here by the bolt to seal the U-cup. And then, you know, lots back here on the back part of the ram, these O-rings. And then also for the stopper here, plenty there so it slides back freely. And also just a little bit of, if you happen to have a leak out of the front of the barrel lever, it's going to be this O-ring up here. I believe it's a 20 right here on the front of the volumizer here. It's this O-ring right here. It's either going to be there or it's going to be in the U-cup. That's the only places that it can leak out of the front if you have a problem. So that's that. We'll get it put back together here. As you can see, not much really maintenance wise. Pretty easy. There isn't anything, you know, super hard, and that's it. It's back together now. It's really, I mean, it's pretty cool, easy to, you know, take care of and maintenance and all that. Bob Long recommends you doing maintenance like that after every day of playing. He recommends, you know, taking it off, cleaning it off, and putting, you know, fresh lube on there after every day. So then to put it back in, just slides in, pop it, the button down, and you are back in. Easy as that. Now for the reg, he recommends doing maintenance on it every, depends how much you shoot. You know, if you shoot a lot, it'll be every time you play. He says every 3 to 4 cases. So I mean, obviously, you know, if you play in, you know, a race type event or something like that, you're going to shoot that in a day. But if you don't, you know, if you only shoot a case a day, or, you know, you play or whatever, he says do it every 3 to 4 cases at least. And all you're going to do, I don't have my needle nose pliers, is you're going to just grab the piston out of there. It's right down in there. Grab the piston out and put plenty of lube around it. You know, make sure that's well lubed, then just drop it back in and screw it on here. It's pretty simple. Trying to think if there's anything else. I will say he makes it very clear that you want to make sure that this is not screwed in past flush. If it is, you know, when you air it up, it will blow up the solenoid in your gun. He says make sure, you know, it's a little, first time you air it up, you know, before you go, you know, do your velocity and stuff, make sure it's out a little bit. He said, you know, don't want it in any more than flush. So, but yeah, that's it. You know, just a quick little review. I personally love this gun. It gets great efficiency, as you saw. Smooth shot, super quiet. I love how it feels in the hands. yeah, so I highly recommend it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, one thing I don't think I showed is down here to air it up. It's just a simple turn, and you click it in there. It's pretty easy, not hard. So yeah, that's just basic little breakdown and my thoughts of gun. Thanks.